Welcome to Studio 90 Extra Time with USWNT defender Rachel Buehler.
Yeah!
Rachel, how's it going?
It's going great. It's been a wonderful experience here in Germany.
It probably seems like a long time ago, but I was going to ask you about your goal against North Korea and how awesome that moment was for you.
Yeah, that was one of my best soccer moments ever, I think. Just so exciting to be able to score. Been working on corner kicks a lot. And yeah, it just kind of happened so quickly, but I was able to get my foot on that ball and get it in the back of the net.
It was like right place, right time.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of, yeah, just hunting down the ball in there.
Awesome.
Right place.
Since that goal, 2 games, one went our way, one didn't go our way against Sweden, but assess the team's progress through the first round.
Yeah, I think overall it's been really great for us. I think, we've been playing well as a team, great results. Our first 2 games, losing to Sweden was obviously a disappointment, but I think we had some great moments of soccer in that game. And, that it just didn't go our way. But, now we're just going to face Brazil and get ready for that. So
you talk about facing Brazil. You've played with a bunch of the Brazilian players, against them also down the years. How does that familiarity affect the game on Sunday?
I think it definitely helps us a little bit. I know when, Marta wasn't as known to us, she didn't play in our league and stuff. She was just this, you build her up in your head, and she is an amazing, amazing player. But I think it's helpful to know some of her tendencies and, have more exposure to these players. So that'll be good.
You were named vice captain earlier this year.
Woo!
It must be a huge honor for you. But talk about your role. What does a vice captain do with the coaching staff? With Christy, with the team.
I think I really just try to help Christy and Pia and my teammates in a lot of ways. Kind of try to be aware of all the different players in the team and always have a pulse on how people are doing and what people might need, and yeah, just kind of being that go-between between coaches and players, and always helping Christy. I mean, she's an amazing, amazing person and captain and leader, and learning from her and just joining her and what she's doing.
It's her 4th World Cup, but it's your first. So how's it been, going through the tournament as a vice captain, learning from this experience also?
It's been an amazing experience. I mean, and having Christy, who's so experienced and, just such a wonderful person and example for us all. It's been really great kind of sharing that experience with her and, having her kind of, help me along and lead me through that.
You've, played and won at a bunch of different levels, whether it's been, youth national teams, with your club at the Olympics, but this is your first World Cup. How is this tournament different from those other ones that you've played in?
It's definitely a little bit different, from the Olympics. This is just soccer, and with, I don't know, for soccer, this is the world event. It's probably one of the biggest, or the biggest women's sporting events, single sport in the world. So that's just such a cool thing to be part of. It's such an honor, to represent the U.S. and be part of this.
You have a pretty well-known nickname, the Buehldozer. Are you fond of this great moniker?
Yeah, I've come to embrace it now. I think it was pretty funny at first, but it seems to have stuck, and it does kind of describe how I play out on the field, so I guess that works.
So you say you've come to embrace it. At first, were you just like, whatever?
Yeah, I thought it was just something funny, the girls and Hype made up, but it seems to have worked, and yeah, it's fine. I like it.
I mean, I heard it on German TV, so
yeah.
It's obviously stuck pretty well.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, actually. I don't think many people get to be called by their nickname on German television.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That was awesome.
Your Aunt Mardell is a prodigious commenter on our videos, our blogs. Like, almost every blog post. It's totally awesome. Is it great to be able to feel that support from, family and fans back home while you're on the road?
Of course. I mean, I'm so lucky. My family in general, and Mardell especially, they're super fans. They're so supportive and always so positive. They've, been with me every step of my way, my whole life, coming to my soccer games as kids and, just really so involved. And so I'm so lucky to have that support.
Well, The USA will take on Brazil in the quarterfinals of the FIFA Women's World Cup on Sunday, July 10th. Rachel Buehler, thanks for coming by Extra Time.
Thank you.
Yeah!